Welcome to this tutorial on how to create a database. Microsoft Access tutorial on creating a database. Now there are steps you need to take if you want to create a database. Now what's a database? It is where you store your data for retrieval and management. Now there are steps for you to create a database. You have a small business, you have a small company, you need a database. And these are the steps. First one, number one here, steps in creating a database. Good. The first thing is to create the tables. Okay, create the tables. After that, you link the tables together. The next step is to create forms. After creating the forms, then you enter data into your tables. Then you create views, okay? Create views on those tables. Then with the views, you can now create reports. You can see a small sketch here. You have a table, okay? Then you have a form. From a form, you create a query. From the query, you now create a report, okay? Now the table is not too flexible, it's not too user-friendly, okay, for you to enter data into it. That's why you are creating a form you use in entering data into the table. Then after that, you need a report from your data, from the database. Then the report, you need to get a query or a view that will select the parts, the columns that you need for the report. Okay, so let's go again. In creating a database, you have to create the tables, link the tables, create forms, you create views or queries, then you create a report. Okay, let's go ahead. Creating tables was the first step. We're going to create a customer order database, and these are the tables that are going to be created. There's the customer table, okay? The customer, the details of the customer, okay? Some people use plural names for the table names, while some use singular words for the table names. Whichever one you prefer, you can use that. But I prefer using singular names, okay? So here, so customer will place an order here, okay? This is the payment method. The shipping details, okay? Details of the order. This is the product that has been ordered. And this is the employee in the company that is entering the data into the database. We're going to create a customer order database. These are the tables that we'll need. So I want you to pause the video. Then you can write out the names of the tables and their columns, okay? These are the table columns. They are the fields, okay? They are the fields. They are the columns. To create our database, you open Microsoft Access application. So you go to your start button on the left. You click. You go up. You move this Access, okay? You press and drag it. You'll bring it out like that. That's it. That's the Access. So next time, we don't need to go there again. But for now, let me just open it the normal way. You click here, click on Access. Good. Click on Blank Database. And here, currently, we have it. This is C users. This is my folder, the documents, okay? Folder, in my folder, that's my profile. Then let's change the name. First of all, let's change the folder. Let's click on this. It's in documents already. Okay, it's already in documents. Then we need to create a new folder for our job. We need to create a new folder for the work. So you can right click on any space here. Okay, click on new, click on folder. Here on the space plus folder. Then type MS Access. MS Access. Press enter the first time to accept the name. Press your enter key again to open it. So let's give it a name here. Just click on that once. Let's call it customer. Let's call it customer order. Okay, customer order database. Click on OK. Good. Can you see this customer order? Okay, and it's located in the MS Access folder. Now click on create. Good. That's it. So this is your Microsoft Access user interface. Want to create a table? This is this table. Here you have, these are the common tools you use. If you want to see more of this, you double click on each of the tabs. There's the home tab, there's the create tab, external data, database tools, and so on. Okay, so we want to, this is the home button. You double click on it. This is a full view here. So most of the tasks you'll be carrying out, they are under this home button. But let's take it back. Double click. I want to create a table. You can right click here. Okay, you can right click here and say design view, or you can as well go to create. Go to create and you say table design. Okay, create table design. Good. We want to create customer table. So let's bring out our database schema. Let's bring it up. This is our customer table. A diagram, okay, a diagram that describes the content of the tables in a database is called the database schema. So we have to click on this. Let me minimize, make it smaller. We want to see the two of them at the same time. Good. So the first field there is customer ID. Okay, come here, you click and you type customer ID. Customer ID. Okay, you come here. This is data type. Therefore, let's enter all the names before we choose the data types. Customer ID. Next one is company name. No space. For the table names, please take note. There is no space. Okay, if you have a compound word, you start the first letter with a capital letter. Okay, this C, this capital N. Okay, company name, capital C, capital N. Okay, purchase order number, you have capital P, capital O, and capital N. Okay. Then one thing I should tell you again is that look at the tables. You have what we call a primary key. A primary key is what you use to ensure data integrity. That is, you want your data to be accurate and at the same time to be consistent. So we have, this is a customer. Okay, you should have a key called the primary key. This is customer ID, and the name of the key should go after the name of the table. So customer ID should be our primary key. Order, okay, order ID is our primary key. Okay, product ID, and you see there's an icon of a key to the left of that column. Okay, so that's it. So this is our primary key, customer ID. Next is company name. After that, you have a first name. Okay, first name. Press your down arrow to go down. You have last name. Press your down arrow. Okay. After that, billing address. Press your down arrow. City. Press the down arrow. State or province. Down arrow. Zip code. Down arrow. Email. Just continue until you complete all the column names. Phone number. Notes. Then after that, let me scroll up. You now come here. This is the customer ID. You choose the data type. Okay, data type. Okay, first of all, we are going to be creating forms later. Okay, So after you have the names, how do you want them to appear on the form? Okay, I will show you that later when I maximize this. First of all, let us choose the data type. Now, customer ID, we're going to use auto number. Auto number. Okay, auto number. So it numbers it by itself. The software, the application, gives us the next number. That's 1, 2, 3, and so on. So a null number is repeated by the system. Company name, the data type. Okay, let's leave it as short text. You can see it. Okay, let's continue with a short text. First name is okay. Last name is okay. Billing address is okay. City, short text. Let's scroll. So these are good. These are okay. Phone number, let's leave it as a text. Okay. Phone number, short text. Notes like that. We are leaving phone numbers as a short text because there are some numbers that may begin with 0. And if we choose the data type as number, it's going to disallow the 0 that begins the number. Okay, so let's leave it as a text. So let's maximize this. Let's go up. Good. Let's continue. So you can see these are the field names. The field names. So by the time we'll be creating a form, we'll now check here. Let me explain this to you again. This company name. Okay, we have entered all the names. The next thing is to check whether are they compulsory. Okay, should they be compulsory fields? That's another way of ensuring data integrity, not allowing empty fields. It's called the nullability. Should not allow nulls. So here, this is for the company name, for example. Okay, you see this is the format, input marks, caption. Caption is what do you want, how do you want it to appear on the form? So it may be company space name. Okay, the default value, leave that. Validation rule, let's leave that. Let's leave all those ones. Is it required? Is the company compulsory for a customer? Let's say no. A customer may not have a company and he or she wants to patronize you. So let's leave it. It's not compulsory. Allow 0 length. Okay, let's leave it to index. This index means that do you want it to be unique? You have some fields that should be unique. That's why they're asking whether it's indexed or not. So let's leave those on. Let's leave that. The next one is a first name, caption for first name, now first name, like that. Then let's go down. Is it required? Yes, it is required. Click on yes. Okay. Then continue. It's okay like that. Let's go to the next one. Last name, the caption, last name. Okay. Then is it required? Yes. Good. Billing address, okay, caption, billing address, bring in a space. Is it required? Yes. The next one, city, is required as well. The caption, no need, it's going to be city as well. Then the caption, is it required? Yes. City, what is it? Required? Yes. Okay. Then state of province, required? Yes. State of province, we can bring in the caption now. State or province. Is it required? Yes. Zip code, let's leave that. It's not compulsory. But let's give a space on the caption. Zip code. Is it required? No. Email, yes, email is required. Caption, leave it as email, the same thing will appear. Required? Yes. Good. Then that's that. What's the next one? Company website. The person may not have a company, so let's not make it compulsory. So caption, we have a company website. It's not required, so leave it. Phone number is compulsory, so caption should be phone number. Okay, is it required? Yes, it's required. Okay, and notes not required. So after that, you now give it a primary key. That's the first item here, the customer ID. Give it a primary key. Right click on it. Okay, right click on it. and choose primary key. Good, that's it. Then after that, you close it. Come here and you don't close it at the top, close it here. Do you want to save changes to the design of table 2? Say yes. Let's give it a name. Let's give this one customer. Okay, press enter. Good. So now we have a table called customer. Okay, that's a table called customer. Let's remove this one. I'll right click. I'll delete. Okay, so you can't delete it there because it is open. So let's close this. Close this. I think it's closed now. It's gone. It's gone. So after that, we're going to create the next table, which is the order table. Okay, the order table. We're going to create this next table, order table. We'll create this next table, order table. Okay, so we have order ID, order date, and so on. So let's go. We go to create. Okay, let's make this. Let's minimize this, for example. Okay, so let's go to create. You have a that's table. Okay, table design. Table design. You see, like because it's minimized. Okay, it has to be full. Go to create. Okay, just click on table design. Let's minimize it. Good. We are creating the order table. Order table. What's the first thing there? Order ID. Click there. You say order ID. No space. ID. Down arrow. Order date. Down arrow key. Purchase order number. The down arrow key. You have the ship date. Ship date. The down arrow key. The freight charge. The down arrow key. Taxes. The down arrow key. We have payment received. The down arrow key. Payment date. Then down arrow key, comment. Good. Down arrow key, that's all. And go back. The next thing is to choose the data type. Okay. Order ID should be, let's come out, let's maximize this. Okay. Open this auto number. The order date, the data type should be date/time. Okay. With this, if the customer enters something that doesn't look like a date, it will be rejected. Purchase order number, let's leave it as text. Ship date, that's date type again. Freight charge, that should be currency. Okay, that's currency. Taxes, that should be currency as well. Okay. Payment received, that's a Boolean value, true or false value. So you choose yes or no. Good. Payment date is another date. Data type. Comments. Comment, it may be, you can see the field size is 255 characters. So let's make it longer. Let's say long text. Let's choose long text. Okay, that's longer. So we're through with that. We've chosen the data type. The next thing is to ensure data integrity by checking whether it should be null or not, and so on. So let's go up. This one, order ID, is going to be compulsory. Just leave that. Okay, it's compulsory. Let's come here. Let's look at the order date field. Okay, I've chosen data type. Then the caption, order date, there will be space. Okay, then is it required? Yes, must be entered. That's okay. The next one, purchase order number. Okay, the caption, purchase order number. Okay, is it required? Yes, it should be required. That's the value, that's the item you use to recognize a given order. You can create your order number in so many formats. Okay, you can say the year, the month. Okay, you can say the year, the month, and so on. You can add letters, alphabets to them. Okay, then it's good you write your order number by way of maybe having a given format, so that merely looking at the order number, you will be able to trace either when it was bought and maybe the location where it was bought and so on. You can use them to form your purchase order number. Okay, so required, yes. The next one, ship date. Ship date should be required. Then the caption, ship date. Okay, then is it required? Yes, required. Okay, freight charge. Freight charge is currency. Freight charge. Okay, default value is 0. It's okay like that because it's currency. So if it's 0, it will be taken like that. So we have is it required? Yes, freight charge. If you are not charging the customer, it will take the 0 value. Okay, taxes. Yes, caption only if it's one word. Then required. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. Then payment received. Okay, it's okay. It has a default value of no. So if you don't enter anything in that field, it's going to take no. So let's leave it like that. And payment date. Payment date is possible. There must be something there. Okay, the payment date is required as well. So we have it required. Yes, because that will help you in tracing your payments. Then comment is not compulsory. That's it. So after entering all of the table column names, then the next thing is to create a primary key. You right click on the first column there, click on primary key. Good, we have a primary key. The next thing is to close it. Don't close it at the top, close it here. Click on yes. Then enter the table name. Enter the table name. This is order. Okay. And click on OK. Good. Now we have created these 2 tables. I've been able to create 2 tables. Now just go ahead to the database schema here. Okay. Come back here. Okay. I've created customer. I've created order. Just go to this. Just take this and create the payment method table, shipping details, other details, product, and employee table. Okay. Just create all these tables because I've done 2 for you already. After creating your tables, the next step is to link the tables together, and that's step 3 here, linking tables. Good. Now these are the tables. The essence of linking a table to another table is to see that the information in one table is easily fetched in relation to the other tables. Okay. By the time you be dealing with reports, is then you see the beauty of linking tables. Now you can see this is a customer table. This is the shipping details. This is the order being placed by the customer. Okay. These are the order details. This is the product. This is the employee that is entering the data into the database. This is the employee of the company. Okay. While this is the payment method. Okay. Now if you watch this carefully, you will see that you have each table, as we said, customer ID for customer, order ID, order, so on. Shipping details ID, employee ID. Now to link a table to another table, you go to the primary key of that table and introduce it into the other table. Now we have what we call relationship. We have a parent-child relationship. Okay, so this is the parent, customer is the parent, the order is the child. Okay, there are different types of relationships. The common one is one-to-many. One customer can place many orders. So you have, for example, let me go down. You see this, you have the icon of this. You see this, that's a key. Okay, here you have one here. You have the sign of infinity there. Let me come, I will explain this later. So what we do is to see that this is the customer, okay, placing this order. Okay, so the essence of this is to see that you are able to link a customer who placed a given order, okay, the order he placed, the product, you know from the product here, you can easily know the employee that keyed in the detail into the system, okay, the payment method that was used, the shipping details, and so on. So with the help of relationships, you can link tables together and fetch any information that you want because the tables are linked together. Okay, so how do you link two tables? You can see this is order, this is customer ID. Okay, so you want to link the customer and the order together, order table together. You want to link the customer table and the order table together. The order table is the child table, while the customer table is the parent table. Then you introduce the primary key of the parent table into the child table. Okay, you add a different, you just have an additional column, add a different field, okay, which is the same name as the primary key of the parent table. Do you understand? For example, this is an employee, okay, employee can enter so many orders. So the employee is the parent table, while the order table is the child table. So you introduce the primary key of the employee ID, okay, into the order table. So all you are just doing is to create another column and name it after the primary key of the parent table. Okay, this is the product, this is the order details. Okay, this is the product is the parent, the order details is the child. Okay, so you introduce the primary key of the parent table into the child table, product ID. Okay, this is what we have. This is how to create, how to link tables. This is how to link tables. But in the course of linking the tables, if we say we enter the details for the customer, customer ID, and so on, and we now come here and we say customer ID, it may be difficult for us to remember the customer ID in our head. Okay, it may not be easy. So what we do, we now go to the next part. I'm going to teach you that. We'll now link the tables by using what you can easily identify in the parent table. Okay, so if you see this, the customer ID, the first name, the last name. Okay, so we can easily identify the customer by the first name and the last name, isn't it? So we come here, look at the next schema. Good. We come here now, we are going to link, this is the customer ID. We'll use the name, I call it customer name here, to link it to the order table. So by the time you are entering the order here, as you are entering the orders, you can easily say this is the customer, this customer name. As you're actually picking the customer name, you are selecting the customer ID. You have to present the name for you to easily link it together. So you identify the customer ID by the customer name. Do you understand? Let's go back again. Look at this, please be careful. This is the most technical aspect of creating a database. We want to link tables together. This is the customer ID, okay, linked to the order table. So you go to the order table and create a column called customer ID, okay, called customer ID. But in linking them together, we are going to use, instead of letting it show us customer ID, it will be showing us what? It will present to us the customer name. So let us do that. Let's go to the tables we have created and link them together. Here we want to create a relationship between the customer table and the order table. Okay? We want to link the customer table with the order table. How do we do that? We go to the order table. The parent table is the customer table, while the child table is the order table. Remember what we said the other time? Let me show you again. There's it. There's it here. Okay. This is the parent table, the customer table. This is the order table, the child table. We're now going to create this key, this column. We're going to create this column, customer ID, in the order table. So you come here, go to the other table, right click on design view, then you just click anywhere, you right click and say insert rows. We call it the primary key of the parent table, which is what? Customer ID. Customer ID, that is it. We open here, then the data type is going to be number. When you link tables together, the column you are using for the linking, which is the primary key of the parent table, okay, must have the same name, column ID, okay, column ID, and also the same data type. The data type must be the same. In the customer table, we have it as auto number. Auto number is the same thing as number data type. The only difference is that it increments itself. It increases by itself. Okay? Auto number data type is the same thing as what? Number data type. So when you come here, customer ID, the data type must be number as well. There's it. Okay? Then you close it. Click on this. Click on yes. I've closed it. Then to link them together, you go to what we call relationship. You go to data tools, database tools. You go to database tools, relationships here. Okay? Click on this. Good. Scroll back. Ordinarily, you won't see these ones here. Let me remove them. Hide table. Hide table. This is what you see in your own case. You'll see a blank system. Okay? Then you right click on anywhere on the space and choose show table. Show table. This customer want to add it. Click on add. Likewise, the next table, click on add. Order, click on add. All the tables you want to link together, you come here and you add them to the dashboard. Click on close. Good. So this is, you have this. You can resize it. Pause it. Resize it here. Okay. Okay. There's it. So now I want to link the two tables. Okay, so this is customer ID. This is customer ID. Mind you, we are in Microsoft Access. You go to the parent table, you click on the key, this customer ID, click on it, press down, drag it down to the same key here, and you release the mouse here. Customer ID, release your mouse. That is it. This is what you will see. Okay, so this is table show query. This customer here, this order. This is to the left. This is the primary key table. This is the what? The foreign key table. Okay. This is called it. At this point, you call it foreign key. Here you call it primary key. Okay. This customer ID in other table is called a foreign key. Why here it is a primary key? You want to link them together. You come here. You see enforce referential integrity. You check on this. What this means is that you should make sure that the two columns are referenced. That is, these ones, the customer ID here, okay, it depends on the customer ID in the customer table. Okay, so that's enforced referential integrity. When you are ensuring referential integrity, it means that the data type, okay, they are the same. That's number one. Number two, if you have any value here, okay, and you want to enter customer ID in the child table, it must be a value that you must have entered for the parent table before. Okay, in database system, you don't have orphans. There are no orphans. You don't have orphans. There must be a parent for every child. Okay, so when you have customer, if you have on this table maybe a customer ID, there are so many. Maybe you have 001, 002 already entered into the parent table, or let's just say 1, 2, only 2 values. There is no way you will come to this child table and enter 3 here. 3 cannot enter here because already there's no parent that is called customer ID having 3. Okay? So the values here must be those that must have been entered in the parent table. That is, enforce referential integrity. Then here, cascade update related fields. Check on this as well. Okay, cascade update related field means if you have any parent that has a value, okay, and you have entered it here before, whenever you change the value of the parent column, it will the update should be automatically reflected in the child. If you have, maybe you have a customer ID that is 1 here, you have entered in the table before 1, and you have given it another value for the child table 1 before, so here it is 1, it is 1. By the time you change this 1 to 2, automatically it should update the child to 2. That's the meaning of cascade update related fields. Now the next one, cascade delete related fields. That means if you delete any member here, it should be deleted here. Let's leave this one, because if, for example, you have a customer in the previous year that patronized you, and this currently you don't need that customer anymore. If you delete the data for that customer now, it means your account, okay, your statement of account for last year will be affected. You are going to delete that value from that. Therefore, just leave it there. Don't cascade delete. This option like this. Then you go to create here, or leave it like this. You go to create, click on create. Okay. So you can see that. See, here this is 1, and this is infinity. That is 1 to many. This is what we call relationships, okay? This relationship. This is where it gets the name from, Relational Database Management System, RDBMS, okay? So this is one-to-many relationship. So you can see it has been linked, customer ID to this. Now, we're going to do something else. From here, you can see that after entering your values here, and you want to enter the customer ID, okay, by doing customer, you may need to remember the customer ID for this guy from the customer. This number to be here, okay? So to avoid that, we're going to use a different system which is called lookup table. But for now, let me close it. This is how to link tables together. If I close this now, scroll to the right, okay? Don't close at the top, close it here, click on yes. Good. Now let me create a form for this other table. Create a form for the other table. You go to create, okay, and you go to form wizard. Now in this case, my tools are very large. This is here, okay, is it at the top here? Form wizard. You go to create, okay, you come to form wizard. This is it, form wizard. Click on it. Want to create a form for the other table. Open here, order, okay, add all of them, that is it, okay, there's it, there's the order ID and so on. Click on next, click on next, let's call it order form, can you see that? Click on finish. Good, this is it. This is, so you have, this is the order form, so though there's data in it already, okay, so that it will help us as I explain. So if you see 1 to 6, if you scroll, you can see that this is the what customer ID. It has not been entered, but if you come here to get customer IDs, let me delete here. You have and open it. Customer ID is 1, 2. Look at the 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's close this. Let's open the order, for example, for the existing ones. I want to fill them up. You have customer ID. Let's say this is 1. This is 1. So this is 2. This is 3. Okay. So let me close this. What we're saying is that those are the customers that place those orders. If I open this form, you can see this customer ID, this 1. You see, if I scroll, just click here. You can see. Okay. So this is the customer. By the time you enter the customer, and you have entered the customer ID will be generated by itself, which are all these numbers, 1, 2, 3, and so on. By the time you will be filling the order form here, okay, and you scroll, this is the new order, this customer ID. It will be difficult for you to remember the customer ID. So it will be better for us to use the customer name to link the tables together. We are linking the table together. We're going to link the tables together with the customer ID column. But if we can choose, see the customer name here, instead of the customer ID, it's going to be a better scenario. Okay, so let's close this. What we'll do now, in creating our database, we're going to link the tables, okay, let me come here, let me go back to this database tools, relationships. Instead of using customer ID, we're going to put the customer name here. So let me close it and do that. So let's remove this one. Remove this. I'll just click on it. I'll click on delete. Click on yes. Good. Okay. So I'll come here. Let me remove this form. I'll delete it. Good. So we want to link these two tables by using what we call lookup wizard. So I'll come here, this order. I'll right click, design view. Good. Let me scroll. Go down. Okay. This is it. So we have our order ID, order date, and so on. Okay. This is customer ID. Okay, that's customer ID. And then we are now going to link it together. Remember this customer ID, we chose the data type to be number the other time. This time around, we're not going to use number. You click on it, you open here, and you go down to lookup wizard. Okay, mind you, to link the tables together is the customer ID column that we use to link the two together as we did before. There's no change. The only difference here is that we're going to, instead of using just the number data type, okay, we're going to now use a lookup wizard. You click on this and you go down, click on lookup wizard. Good. Then I want the lookup wizard, okay, the lookup field, to get the values from another table or query. Click on next. Want to get it from customer. Okay, we want to be able to select the customer name instead of the customer ID. So this is the other table. Okay, mind you, are currently working on the what? Other table. Mind you, let's go. You click on next. Then here is the customer ID. You take it, add it to the right hand side. Then this is the first name, this last name. We're going to order them. Okay, so instead of picking first name first, I'll pick last name first. I'll add it. So I'll now add first name. Good. Can you see this now? After this, you click on next. We want to use the customer name. You see, the customer's full name. That's last name and first name. That we want to use to pick the customer ID. Click on next. Then here, you said, what sort order do you want for the items in your list box? You can sort records by up to 4 fields in either ascending or descending order. So we open this, say ascending order. Okay, that's ascending order, and we choose last name. This one is okay. This is okay. If you like, you can put a first name, but it's okay. Click on next. Can you see that? Can you see that? How would you like the columns in your lookup field? You can see that hide key column. If I check on this, if I check it, can you see this is the column we're using actually. This is the key column. Can you see customer ID there? So we hide it. We don't need it. We're not going to be using it. We're going to be using the full name. Can you see? Can you see last name, first name? Okay. You can see it's ordered according to the last name, and tertiary and so on. But then you finish this, we click on next. Why it's beautiful like this? Because we've entered some data into our tables. That's why you're seeing them like this, and it makes it better. Okay, it improves your understanding. It improves your understanding. So click on next. Good. So what label would you like for your lookup field? Let's call it customer name. Okay, customer name. Then enable data integrity. Check on this. You can see that. That's okay. Click on finish. Good. Table must be saved before relationship can be created. Save now. Say yes. Good. Then we close it. Close it here. Not at the top. If you don't have it here, you scroll down here. Scroll to your right until this button becomes visible. Click on it. Good. Now you have created the relationship. For example, if you go to database tools, because that's where you have relationships. Click on relationships here. Can you see that if I scroll to my left? You can see this customer ID. Okay, customer name. But actually, it is linked to the what? The customer ID field here. It's just that we are calling the name here customer name. We're giving the column name customer name here. So we can close this. So if we go back to that, if we now let's create a form for the order table here. We're going to create form later, but that your use is not difficult. Other, let's create a form as if we want to enter data into the other form, other table. Click on create. Okay. Then click on go to form wizard. Form wizard. Click on it. Okay. We want to create a form for our other table. The order is there, okay? All the tables you have will appear here. So you click the one for which you want to create a form. Click on order. Then everything here, just add all of them together. Click on this. Good. See? Then click on next. Columnar. This is the preview. Click on next. Okay. What title do you want for your form? Let's call it order form. Order form. Okay. Click on finish. Good. You see, there's the form. There's the form. Can you see the form now? So that customer name is here. Can you see the names there? So if you want to enter a new value, this 2 of 6, 3 of 6, 4 of 6, 5 of 6. This is the last value. Okay. Let's enter a new one. Click on this point. That is a new value. Okay. You can see it's telling you new. New. So order date. You click here and you enter the date. You can see it. Then come here. Some maybe day, month, year, and so on. So let's just put a day, for example. Let's assume it is month. If it's not, it will be corrected. Let's say 3, okay, 20, for example. Then 2024. It's take only 2 digits, so you take just 24. Okay, click outside. You can see that. That is 20th. It has seen that you are using, since it has seen this number to be more than that, the first is what? Is a day, the next one is the month. Okay, so PO number, okay, you just enter your PO number like that. Then customer name. This is supposed to be the customer ID, but here it's presenting to us the customer name. So you just open here and click. Can you see that? You just select the customer. That's the beauty of using lookup wizard, okay, to link your tables together. Then this is the date and so on. You can complete these ones later. Do you understand? This is how to link tables together. We just created this form so that we can use it to explain linking the forms. I want to close this. Close it now. Good. Still on linking tables, I want to give you the second example. I want us to link the order table with the order details table. Okay? Order details. Okay, you have this. Then I'll create the order details table. Okay, create that, then link them together. Now, if you look at this, you have purchase order number here. Okay, so I want us to use the purchase order number, okay, to identify the order table. Well, what we will do is, we will, instead of just using, we can just create a column. We have this column, purchase order number, already in our table. Then we'll make it unique. Okay, if we make it unique, you remember with what Excel is doing for us here, the order ID columns, they are just whole numbers, okay? They're just whole numbers, like 1, 2, 3, and so on. There's something like order ID, or what do I call it? Purchase order number. You can have a mixture of numbers and alphabets, like alphanumeric values, okay? You can add some alphabets to the purchase order number, okay? You can add year to it. It can just be a mixture of numbers like that. So what we'll do, we're going to take this and make it unique. Okay, that means it's just like your primary key. It does not have repetitive values. Okay, repeated values are not entered into the table. So we're going to use purchase order number in case we want to fill the order details. Okay, so let's do that. We want to link the two tables. First of all, we'll create the order details table. Go to our Excel. So go to Access. Let's go to Access. Order details table. You go to Create. Okay, create table design. Okay, order details table. Let me minimize this to my left. Good, that's it. I'll click on this to minimize, take it to the right. Okay, let's leave it like this. I'm looking for order details table. Good, the table we need. So I'll come here. Click this, I'll say order details. Order details ID, okay, no space. Okay, these order details Okay, you have a come down. So there's an error. There's supposed to be there. You're supposed to have a what do I call it? Other details ID here before the other ID here. Okay, this is not the key. Okay, it's a little error, but just you have to overlook it. Okay, this is other ID that is linked to. Okay, if I come here now, this other ID is for this other is this primary key here. So here, right here, we'll be having this. What we have here is supposed to be before this. On top of it is other details ID. That will be the primary key of this. Okay, so let's continue. Here you have here we have. We're not linking yet, so let's not introduce the foreign key yet. We have a product ID. Okay, product ID. Okay, let's come down. We have a quantity. We have unit price. Down arrow key. Unit price. Down arrow key. Of discounts. Okay. After that, let's remove this. Let's come here. Let's maximize this. Okay. So here, scroll up. Other details ID. Data type is what? Is auto number. Okay. Then here we have product ID. Product ID. Now it's actually coming from now. So let me remove this. We don't need this yet. Okay. It's because of linking. Let me delete this. Do that later. Okay. Quantity is number. Unit price is what? Is currency. Good. So these are data. So we close. Good. Let's have the primary key. I'll click here. I'll right click. I'll say primary key. Okay. Good. Then I'll close it. I'll say yes. Let's call it other details. Okay. Click on OK. Good. Now we have this our table. We want to link the other table with what? The other details ID. How do you link now? We introduce the primary key of the other ID into other details ID. So right click on it. Okay. Design view. You click here. You right click. Insert rows. Then you have other ID. Okay. Then you come here. Open here. You go down. Lookup wizard. Okay. Then next. The table we want to link it to. These other details. We are linking it to what? The other table. Go next. Then other ID is the primary key. Then you have let's use purchase order number. Okay. Purchase order number. Okay. Then we click on that. We add it to it. We want to use this to link it. Okay. But before that, we need to make sure that that key will be entering values here. This purchase order number, which are not going to be repetitive. Okay. So can we go back first? Let's just finish this one. Purchase order number. Okay. Click on next. We order it by the purchase order number. Okay. Click on next. Okay. This is PO number. You can see this now. Can you see this that in the primary table, this is what we have there. This is what that example I did. That was entering values there. We want this to be long. We don't want this to be whole numbers like this. Purchase order number can have a mixture of letters and characters. Okay. That's what we want purchase order number to be. So let's leave it like this. Let's continue. Next. Okay. I want to call it purchase order number. Purchase. You can just say PO number. Okay. Purchase order number. Enable data integrity. Click on finish. Okay. So the table must be saved before relationship can be created. Save now. Yes. Good. Then you close. Good. But now, want to use purchase order number in the order table. What we do is to make it a unique column. So right click on this order, click on design view. If we go down, this is this purchase order number. Okay, purchase order number, please. This is very, very important, sir. Very important. Okay, this purchase order number. You see, we are using text. When you come down, you see index here. index. Come to index here, the index property, open here, then you say yes, no duplicates. Can you see that? You cannot be having more than one order number for two people. Order number should be unique. So this is how to ensure, because somebody was asking me, can we have more than one primary key? I said yes, you can, it's possible. Okay, you can have two columns combined to form a primary key. But in this case, there are two unique columns. That is, just as you have your primary key that doesn't have repeated values, the same way, if you want to make another column not to have repeated values, you make it indexed. You index that column and you say yes, no duplicates. Can you see that? Yes, no duplicates. So with this, it's actually an alphanumeric field. You are going to use here short text. You know, text sees both numbers and letters as the same. Okay, it sees all of them together as text. So in this case, indexing it, no duplicate, you can have a combination of text and numbers as your purchase order number. Okay, so I want to close, click on this, click on yes, beautiful. So we have done that. To see what we have done, you can go to database tools, click on relationships. If I scroll down here, you can see that there is it, but it's not here. So you add it to the table, show table, okay, order details. Click on add, click on close. You can see it is linked. Can you see that? See what we're talking about? You can see that it is linked. Good. See, the order ID is actually order ID that is used to link the two tables. But by the time you be entering values into order details, you will see the purchase order number, which must have entered here before. You understand? So this is how to link tables. If you want to try this, let me close it. Okay, so if we come here, let's create a form. Okay, let's create a form for the order details table. I think with this, I've already taught you how to create forms. It's not difficult. You go to create. Okay, click on form wizard. Good. Then you are creating for order details. Okay, so the table you want to create form for, you can see it's appearing here. You select the table first. Select that table, and by the time you get to the wizard, it gives you here as the first, as the default here. If this is not the one you want to create form for, you can open here as well and click on the table of interest. So after that, take it to the right. Okay, click on next. Click on next. Then order details form. Like putting like this form, so that you differentiate it from the table. Click on finish. You can see that it's not, you have one of one. You can see this purchase order number. If you open here, you can see all those we did before. So it's possible you enter your order. Okay, the order under the order, the purchase order number will be alphanumeric. By the time you get here, you just open here and you pick it and you go ahead. Okay, that's how to link tables together. Now you go ahead and link all of that tables together. Create all the tables: customer, shipping details, order details, product, this everything. Okay, after creating all the tables, these are the tables. Then just introduce the primary key as well and link them together. If you come here, by the time you finish, this one you're going to have. Okay, this one you're going to have. This one I was telling you the other time. You see order details ID. Okay, it's the primary key. Okay, we linked it with the order ID and we named it purchase order number. Okay, that's what we're going to have. That's what you're going to have. That's what you have at the end of the day after linking all your tables. Okay, for payment method, this payment method, you are using the payment method ID which you introduced into this place. Okay, see payment method ID. But by the time you are linking them together, you use your lookup table and you call it payment method, which you have here. Where is it? Where is it? Payment method. Yes, that's it here. Okay, so please link all the tables together, and let me go back and see this. Link all the tables together. I've already given you two examples on how to link tables using lookup field. Okay, using the lookup field. Taught you. So from that, you now create forms for them, and we'll continue from there. After linking the tables, the next step is to create forms. That's number 4. Remember? Let's go back here. Create tables. You link tables, then you create forms. Okay, so I've taught you how to create forms already. I've taught you how to create forms. I've created two forms for you. Okay, so the next is to teach you how to create views. Here, let's create queries. A query or a view is a part of a given table. A query or a view is a subset of a table. If, for example, that's why the tables have been linked together, you want to know the customer that bought a given product. Okay, so in such an instance, you take the name of the customer, you take the purchase order number, you take the order date, okay, then you take the quantity, unit price, okay, the discount and so on, and the product name. You want to know the products bought by a given customer. That's a query. You want to know the employee that attended to a given customer, that treated the given order, okay, the employee that treated the given order. You can create a query between the employee, okay, and the order. You want to know the customer as well, add this to it. So a query is a summary, is a way of viewing part of what you have in your database. Okay, the object of interest, the point of interest in your tables, the database, you want to extract it out, you use a query. Then it is at the end that you now create a form, you create a report. At the end, you now create a report on those queries. Okay, for example, if you come here, remember this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to use this query, this database. Okay, this is schema. We're going to pick the name here of the customer here, pick the purchase, the purchase order number, okay, and the date, okay. Then from there, we can go straight here and pick the quantity, the price, and pick the product here. We're going to pick the product name here, not here, because here is the product ID that's actually here. So pick the product name here. So let us do it. Let's create a query for customer and products bought. Create a query. You go to create. This is the home tab. Go to create. Okay. Then click on query wizard. Query wizard. Then click on OK. Okay. We start with the customer. This is the customer. Let's put the last name first. With the first name. Good. That's for that table. Then the next table, as a customer, here we want to take the order date and the purchase order number. Okay, the order date and purchase order number from the order table. So come here, purchase order number. Okay, you can just take this first. Purchase order number. Good. Then after that, come to the order details. Let's get the product first. Okay. Let's go to the product. Let's collect the product. But I'm going to choose product here because here the product name is not here. It is the product ID that is here. Please take note. So don't pick the product name from here. Pick the product from here, from the product table. So let's go back. So the next thing, we want to see the product. Okay. You open here and choose the product table, then choose the product name. Good, we have it there. Then after that, taking the product name, now come back here and see the quantity, okay, the unit price and the discount. Go back now, open here, order details. You can now take the quantity, the unit price, discount. Good. After that, click on next. See what we did? We have taken all these values. This is the name, last name, first name. Okay. This is the order detail. This is the order date, purchase order number. This is the product name. This is the quantity, and so on. After that, click on next. Good. So here I said, would you like a detail or summary report? Let's use summary. Then summary options. Can you see this? Quantity. We need to see the sum. Unit price, you need to put it there. Discounts, which do we actually need the unit? We need the unit price like that. Discount and so on. That we need to get the sum. After that, click on OK. Good. I click on next. How would you like to group dates in your query? Okay, you said you need dates to time, by day, by month, and so on. Let's leave it by month. It's okay. Click on next. Here is a query, so we want to call it customer and the products bought. Okay, click on finish. Go. Can you see this? So beautiful. There's the name. This is the name of the customer. Okay, they're coming here. This is the order date, purchase order number. This is the product name. Okay, and this is some of the things the person bought. Okay, and so on. So with this, you have created the customer and products bought query. Then close it. I've closed it. That's a query. So we're going to create a report on that. Okay, let's just quickly create the report on this. This is the query. Okay, let's create the report on that. We go to create. Okay, then report wizard. Where is it? It's around here. That's report wizard. My user interface is so large, that's why it's hidden here. So you click on report wizard. Create report wizard. This one. You click on it. Good. Now you can actually create a report on anything. You can create a report on a table. You can see it. You can create a report on the other table. Anything at all, you can create a report on them. But reports are better created on queries because you take the part of the table, okay, the aspect of the table that you are interested in, you bring it out and you give us a report on it. So here, customer and products bought. Good. Then we need everything. Just click on it. Add everything to that. That's it. That's the report. Click on next. Okay. Can you see there is it? Click on next. Then you want to order it. You can sort records up to 4 fields. Okay. The last name of the customer, the first name of the customer, purchase order number. Okay. And price. We can use. Let's use dates. Let's use dates. So let's start from here. Yes. Order by month. You cannot start here. Last name of customer. Then first name of customer. This is okay. Okay. Then we are ordering it, sorting our values. Click on next. Okay. That's the preview. Click on next. So this is customer and products bought report. Click on finish. Beautiful. Can you see our product? This is it's so beautiful. Can you see that? So this is our report. This is the customer name. Okay. This is the customer name. This is the date. This is the date. Okay. So it is ordering by the date. This is the date. This is the customer name. Okay. Then purchase order number. Okay. This is the product name. Okay. And this is the quantity, unit price, and so on. So with this, you've been able to create a report for your database. Let's create another report. Let me close this. I'll close this now. Create another report for you. Let us create another query. You remember, we create queries in order to create reports. Okay? Reports are based on queries. So we did this one the other time. We did customer and products bought. Let's look at our system here. Now let's get a query. Okay, let's get a query that will tell us the orders treated by a given employee. Okay, that's from there we need to get the customer. Okay, the products. Then we have the employee that treated the order. So we need a query that will take the name of the customer, the full name, first name, last name. Okay, we go through here. Then you take the order date, purchase number, the purchase order number here. Okay, then we come here and we'll take the product name, quantity, okay, unit price, and so on. Then we now end it up with the employee that actually treated that order. Okay, so let's go to our access. There's PowerPoint. It's our schema. You can see This is what we're talking about. Okay, this is a picture, okay, from the relationship diagram there. We'll take the company name. We're going to take the first name. We're going to take the first name here. Okay, we'll take the purchase number, the date, take the product, and the quantity, and we'll take the employee from here. So let's open our Microsoft Access. There's my Access. There's it. That's the last one we did. Now let me take the query. You go to create. Click on create. Okay. Then you go to query wizard. Good. Simple query wizard. Click on OK. Yes. So where are our tables? If I come here from the customer here, okay, customer table, we're taking the last name and first name. Okay, last name and first name. So I go to customer table, customer, I took the last name, add for me the first name, add for me. Okay, then after that we'll need the order date, the purchase order number. Okay, the order date, the purchase order number from our order table. I'll come back here, open here, the order table, purchase order number. Okay, add it to it, and the date the order was placed, add it to it. Good. Then after that, we go back to the order details. We need the product name. Now, we can't pick the product name here because this is a link. Product name here, this is actually the product ID, so we will not pick this. We know what we did here. This is the product ID. Okay, instead of showing us the product ID here, it shows our product name. By the time we select the product name, it stores the product ID there. So we need the product name. We go to where we have the name here. Okay, we go to the product table and take the product name. Okay, I go back, open here, this product, take the product name, I'll add it. Good. Let's go again. Now we are through with this. This is the product name. We know the purchase order number. We know the order date. So let's take the quantity from here. Quantity, unit price, and so on. Quantity, unit price, and discount from the order details table. Go back. Open here. The order details. That's it. Click on it. Then we're going to take here. From here, we already have all this. Okay. We take the quantity. Take the unit price. Take the discount. Good. That's it. So taking all this, we go back again. Okay. Then we go back and trace it here. Then I'll pick the customer. Employee ID, we're not taking that. We'll just take the first name and the last. If you take this employee name, it will be wrong because this is actually the employee ID. So don't take this. You know what we did? We used this to link to the employee table. So you need the name of the given table. You need the name of an item there. Okay, you need the actual name. You need to go to the table where the name is stored here. So the employee name, we come to this table employee and collect the last name and the first name. So I'll open here, I'll go to employee, okay, I'll take the last name, I'll take the first name. We're okay. So this is our query. Click on next. Okay, summary. Do we need summary? Yes, because a given customer may order more than one item. So let's click on summary here. Okay, then summary options. The sum. Talk about the sum. So the quantity. Okay, unit price. You just add them up like that and say okay. Good. Click on next. Okay, how do you want it to group them? You should group it by month. Okay, there will be too many, so let's make it group by month. Okay, that's it. Click on next. What's going to be the name here? Let's give it a good name. Employees. Okay, employees and orders. Yes, look at this. employees and others placed. Let's leave it like this, employees and others placed. Okay, so open the query, click on finish here. Beautiful. So this is it. Drag this down to our left. Can you see that now? Can you see? Let's create the report for employees and others placed. Selected now. You go to create. Okay. Now that we have created the query, let's create the report. Go to create, and you go to report wizard. Report wizard. That is it. You come here, employee and others placed. Okay. You just take everything. Meanwhile, you can create a report on any table. Okay. But it's better you create reports on views or queries. So this is employees and others placed. Check everything. Good. Click on next. Okay. Everything here. Okay. Next. You want to sort it. You can open here. You sort by dates. You can start here with the order dates. Order date by month. Yes. After that, you can have the customer surname. We're looking for, yes, it's okay. Customer surname. You have customer first name here. Okay. If you watch, you can see the table for which the item is taken is written first. This is the customer table. The first name was taken from there. Okay. This is the employee table. Last name was taken from there, and so on. So customer last name, customer first name. Okay. I think it's okay like this. It's okay. So click on next. Good. Then we want to like it this way. Our report is a preview. Click on next. Okay. So the name, employees and others placed report. So report. Okay. That's it. Preview the report. Then click on finish. Beautiful. This is our report. You can see that. This is the dates. This is the last name, first name. Okay. Purchase order number. Okay, this is the product name. This is the last name for the employee. You can see that. This is the first name for the employee. You scroll, and you have the quantity and so on. Do you understand? Okay, so this is the employee. This is the employee. So let's go back. We can actually modify this. You can go to your design view and write this again. For example, we have here last name, first name. This and these first two columns here, they are the names of the customer. So you can come here, can close it, right click on the report, this is employee and others place, right click on it and say design view. Good, that's it. Okay, so you can just come here, you can see this is order date. Okay, this last name, this first name, you can remove this first name, I'll delete it. And I can come here, extend it, okay? Extend it and call this customer name. Customer name. So the two of them, okay, they'll give us the full name of the customer. Okay? This purchase order number, okay? This product name, okay? You can just, it's okay. This is a employee last name, you can just say employee name here. You can remove this one. We'll click on this, I'll remove this, okay? You come here, and call this employee name. Employee name, okay? Yes. Okay, that's employee name, okay? This quantity, okay? This unit price, this discount. Good. You can see this now. I think it's better this way. This order date, customer name. Okay. Because it's a column name, so please don't mind the English. I'm not saying customer's name. It's customer name. Okay. This employee name. Okay. Would I say employee's name? No. It's a column. It's a column name, so employee name. Okay. You hear employee address. Forget about the grammatical correctness. So we have this quantity. You have this employee name, okay, then quantity. So I think we can leave it like this. Then you close it and save. Well, that's it. So you go to your report, double click on it. That is it. You can see this customer name. You can see that purchase order number is the product name. Okay, you may just would I even just said product. This employee that treated the order. Okay, this is the quantity, unit price, and so on. So with this, I've been able to create a report. You can send this to your printer. You can just go to File, okay, and print. You print, okay, print preview here. So print preview. You can see that. That's it. It's your print preview. Alright, click on it and print. Send it to the printer and so on. Let me cancel. So that is how to create reports.